Good morning guys, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, hi, my name's Evie and I make gardening and lifestyle videos from my home here in Leicestershire. Today we are finally sowing our March seeds. I have been putting this off because I thought, well, I might as well wait a few weeks and it be spring. And if you're from the UK, if you're from the Midlands like I am, you will know that we actually had a couple of days of really nice weather. So I was like, okay, this is perfect. I'm gonna sow my seeds. It's already looking like spring. They're gonna do so well. However, apparently it's supposed to not be very nice in a few weeks time. So yes, that did not plan out that well, but I'm still going to sow them and we'll hope for the best. Maybe I'll keep some of them in the house. I was hoping to put most of them, just keep them out in the greenhouse and it'll be warm enough. But I'll keep an eye on the weather. I did hear someone say something about snow, which I do not want it to snow. That's like, yeah, that's not what we want. We want spring, not winter. But yes, I have a lot of stuff that I am hoping to sow today, so let me just show you and kind of tell you what I'm going to sow. Okay, if you guys know me, you know I'm very organized. I have literally done like a list of stuff that I'm sowing every single month, and I even have, it's getting a little bit ruined out here, but I even have a plan of what I'm sowing where for the garden. So I've like divided the beds up into different sections so I know what's going in when and hopefully what's also coming out when as well. Okay, so this is all the stuff that I'm sowing in March. I try to divide it up so that I'm sowing around about an equal amount in March and in April as well, so I'm not just sowing a huge amount just one month, but there's still quite a lot. So we've got two types of radish. I've got Easter egg globe mix because I thought, you know, it's almost Easter, and black radish. I'm going to sow these straight into the ground. I've got lettuce. I did actually try and do some lettuce in February inside and it just kind of all died. I'm not really sure what happened to it. I feel like lettuce is normally quite hardy, but apparently not that type, or maybe I probably did something wrong. But this is lettuce my queen, which I've not tried before. I've got two types of peas. I've got pea early onwards and snap peas. I also tried to do some onion in February and that very much died as well. So I'm going to do some more onion, and this one is Welsh onion. I've got two types of cauliflower. I've got early snowball and Sicily purple. I have tried to do cauliflower before and it was a big fail, so hopefully this goes a bit better. I've got some kale. It's Cavolo Nero, which is our favourite kale, and I wasn't really thinking I would need to do more kale because we do have some, but for some reason it's all gone to flower, so I guess I'll have to replace it. I did see someone say that you can eat like the tops, like the flowered bits of kale, and it tastes really good, so I'll look that up beforehand. But yeah, that would be cool, so it's still not gone to waste. Got some mint too. Last month I did my like normal salad cucumber, and this month I'm doing more gherkin cucumber. So I've got cucumber Wisconsin, and I've got cucumber cornichon. I'm not really sure what that says because half the packaging is ruined. Got some broad beans, and finally we have this stack of tomatoes. I'm just gonna sow them all as they are, but I'll make sure to write down specifically what is what, because I've tried to look it up and decide which ones are okay to go outside and which ones are better off staying in the greenhouse, like which ones need more it's so windy, like which ones need more heat. 1 second. So the tomatoes that I'm going to be keeping indoors, obviously I'm going to sow them all in here, and I'll probably actually keep those inside and maybe put them in like a heated propagator because I feel like that would probably benefit them. But once they come back out, the tomatoes that are staying in the greenhouse are Brandy Iron Pink, Yellow Submarine, Oxheart Striped, and Cherry Tomato Red Cherry Small. So those are the ones that are going to stay in the greenhouse. And then the ones that I'm hoping are going to go outside, I did have a decent amount of tomatoes last year that did okay outside, but the ones I'm doing this year are Cherry Cherice, Tomato 55 VF, Cherry Red Cherry Large, and San Marzano. So those are the ones that I will hopefully be planting out in, you know, a month or two, and hopefully they will do okay outside in our British weather. Oh, and another thing that I'm sowing direct this month is my potatoes. I cannot remember what type these are, but I will write it on screen here. It is very windy, but I think I'll go out and sow these now and probably not talk to you because you will not be able to hear a word I'm saying. But yes, let's sow some potatoes. Oh, I'm also sowing Radish Direct, so while we're doing the potatoes, let's sow these too. In case you are interested, I'm following a book, which again, I can't remember the name of the book, so I'll write it down here, but I'm following that as a guide for my main veg bed, which is the big one right at the end. And basically what you do is you divide the bed up into 10 like sections, and I've got potatoes going in section 1 and 2, and I've got 2 rows of radishes going in section 10. So that is what we are doing. Okay, let's plant out some potatoes. First of all, I've just moved this chive plant and popped it in a pot so I can keep it close to the house. I didn't sow this one this year, so I think it must be from last year, which is really lovely to see it come back again. I'm sure most of you already know how to sow potatoes, but I'll show you what I'm doing anyway. To start with, I'm just loosening the soil a bit with a fork to make it easier to dig into. Then I'm creating 2 deep trenches, one in section 1 of the bed and one in section 2. I have 10 seed potatoes to plant, so I'm placing 5 in each trench and spacing them out nicely. Then I simply cover them back with the soil and give everything a good water. And of course, don't forget to add a label. I'm doing something very similar for my radish, just on a smaller scale. I give the ground a quick fork, then create 2 shallow trenches here in section 10. After that, I sprinkle the seeds along each row, cover them back with soil and give them a good water. And I finished off by adding a little sign. Okay, the potatoes and radishes are in. Now let's come back into the greenhouse and do some stuff in here. I'm already, I don't know how well you can see, I literally got this jumper new this morning and it's already covered in stuff. I have this dilemma every morning of like, I know I'm going to come out into the garden basically every day, but I've got so many nice clothes and I'm like, do I put like a nice dress on or a nice new jumper on just for it to kind of get maybe a little bit ruined? But then I would literally never wear nice clothes. I would always be in like joggers and like a crappy t-shirt. So yeah, I want to wear nice clothes, but this is just the reality. I will probably be ruining them slightly, but that's what washing machine is for. Maybe I need like a little apron or something to put on to kind of like, so I can wear my nice dress and then have my gardening apron or something on. Anyway, that was a tangent. Let's get sowing some more seeds. Okay, first things first, I'm going to write down all the seeds I'm sowing on these little lollipop sticks so I can keep track of what's going in what tray or module. Something else I'm going to do is I'm going to soak my peas in some water just for like 10-20 minutes and hopefully that will help them to germinate. Okay, so first up, let's sow our broad beans. I think broad beans quite like to be in like tall modules, so if you had like toilet roll tubes or something like that, that would work quite well. I don't actually have any to spare, so I'm just going to use this, which isn't like super tall, but I think it will do. But because it's quite wide, quite a big area, I think I'll do maybe 2 or 3 seeds in here. Since my hands are already dirty, I'm not even going to bother with gloves, I'm just going to go straight in. Using my trusty paintbrush, I'm going to make some nice deep holes for the beans to go into. I decided to do 2 per module. This is my first time growing broad beans, and to be honest, I'm not even sure I really like them. So I didn't want to grow too many and end up with loads we won't eat, but I also don't want to grow too few in case we do enjoy them or they don't all germinate. So hopefully this is a good amount. The bean seeds are pretty big, so once the holes are ready, I just pop them in and cover them back over with soil. I'll give everything a really good water at the end. Next, let's sow our cauliflower. Like I mentioned earlier, I haven't been very successful with cauliflower so far, but I'm determined to keep trying. This time, I've decided to sow them in pots and sprinkle quite a few seeds in each one. Then, if they grow well, I can prick them out and give them their own space. If you have any tips for growing cauliflower, please do let me know. For lettuce, I'm reusing this old tray. I think it was originally for mushrooms, and I've just added some holes at the bottom for drainage. The seeds are very small, so I'm just sprinkling them over gently and then covering them lightly with soil. Lettuce is such a simple thing to grow, but it was probably one of my favourites last year, especially being able to come outside each day, pick fresh leaves for a salad or a sandwich. It always tasted amazing. Next up are gherkin cucumbers. This is another vegetable I absolutely loved growing last year, and we're still eating the pickled gherkins we made from our own cucumbers. So I'm really hoping we can make a fresh batch this year. I'm sowing 4 seeds per pot and making sure to label them so I can see which variety grows best and which one also tastes the best. Now I'm planting our onion. These are Welsh onions, which are very similar to spring onions, and apparently they're perennial, so I'm really excited to see if they come back year after year. Hopefully I can get these ones to germinate, and if they do, I'll definitely keep you updated. The onion seeds are tiny, so I'm just sprinkling a few in each module, and as they grow, I'll prick them out. Now, something I'm especially excited for, tomatoes. Tomatoes were probably my #1 vegetable to grow last year. The smell, the taste, you really can't beat it. This year, I decided to grow 8 different varieties of tomato, so we'll see how that goes. I'm sowing 4 seeds per pot, which honestly, I'm still not sure if that's too many or not enough. I feel like when you're sowing seeds, you're always in this tricky spot of either sowing too many and wasting seedlings, or sowing too few and not having enough if they don't all germinate. For tomatoes especially, I only have so much room in the greenhouse. I do also have the summer house, which could work as an extra growing space since it does get hot in there in the summer. But either way, I'm so excited for all the different varieties I'm growing this year. I'd actually forgotten how much I enjoy sowing seeds. It's such a mindful activity and really makes you slow down and take your time, which is something I'm really trying to do in more areas of my life, to stop rushing and start enjoying a slower pace. Next, I'm sowing my mint seeds in the same way as my lettuce. Mint seeds are incredibly tiny. I didn't realise quite how small they were, so I'm simply sprinkling them over the surface and then lightly covering them back with soil. Next up, I'm sowing my kale. I had a really successful batch of kale last year and I was picking it all throughout winter, which was amazing. One thing I did learn though is that it definitely needs protection. If they get the chance, pigeons will destroy it. So these will be going into a covered area if they do germinate. I somehow had the perfect amount of compost for this. It was like it was meant to be. And last but not least, peas. These have been soaking now for about 20 minutes. I decided to sow 5 per module, which might be a bit overkill, but I'm still slightly scarred from how badly my sweet peas have germinated, so I thought I'd plant a few extra just to be safe. I didn't do very well with peas last year, so again, if you have any tips, please let me know, and hopefully this year will be a lot more successful. I'll finish off by giving everything a good water. Okay, I think that's all the seeds that I'm going to be sowing today. I'm so excited. Hopefully stuff germinates. We shall see. I'm pretty sure I'm going to leave a majority of stuff outside and just see how the weather goes. I'm definitely going to bring the tomatoes in because they would not stand a chance out here. And I'm probably going to put those in my light propagator thing. Fig, my dog, has just come out to see what I'm up to out here and why I've been in the greenhouse for pretty much all day. So I think I'm going to go inside now and play with her. But yes, thank you guys so much for watching. Please let me know what seeds you are sowing this month, and I will see you next week for another video. Bye guys.